welcome to this week's LCK Players of the Week for LCK Cup, Week 2. This is 100% based off of stats. Predictions-wise, I went 7-3 this past week. 6 of those 7 correct winners. I did get the series score right. LPL, I forget what I put on the board, but if you want to check my LPL out, that came out yesterday. So, stats we used to determine who the best players were: KDA, kill participation, CS per minute, damage divided by gold, share differential, vision efficiency, gold difference of 15 minutes, and solo kills per game. So in top lane, Keen was the best top laner, followed by Morgan and Dudu. Clear was the worst, as we saw FearX, individually, were pretty awful this week. So Keen had a 2.6 KDA, a top lane leading 74 KP. So 3 out of every 4 kills Keen was involved in for Gen G. The KDA leader was Perfect of KT with a 2.9. Keen had an 8.1 CS per minute. Doran had an 8.4. Damage divided by gold, Keen had 1.51. Kingen of Nongshim had a 1.71. I've got Kingen in orange, which is what? A throwback to 2023? Good Lord. It's been everywhere the last couple years, hasn't he? Share differential, Keen went even. Rich of DRX, a positive 4.2 share differential, which is something we saw a lot last year with Dignitas. He just was dealing dealing the majority of the damage for his team. Vision efficiency, Keen had a 3.33, which was the best, which is 3.33 vision score per ward placed. On average, he was actually behind 140 gold at 15 minutes. The leader in that category was Doran with a positive 392 for T1. Keen did not have a solo kill. Morgan, however, had the best solo kill per game at 2 out of 4 this past week for Bro. Jungle Role owner was the best, followed by Sponge, who recovers after week 1, which was terrible. Canyon was third team, and then Raptor was last. Canyon was third team. You're going to find that he leads in a few categories, but he also tanked vision efficiency and another category. I think his KDA was also bottom half, and that dropped him to third. Owner had a 4.1 KDA, Lucid a 4.7. Owner had a 77.3 KP. Canyon had a 77.8, so just a little bit higher. Owner had the best CS per minute, 7.2, a 1.35 damage divided by gold. Canyon had a 1.83 as he took on a very carry-oriented role this past week for Gen G. Owner, negative 1.2 share differential. Canyon, positive 4.1 when Gen G had success. A lot of it had to do with Canyon, like I said, being a carry, dealing damage. Owner, a 5.26 vision efficiency. Peanut, 5.46 for HLE. 519 gold lead. Sponge had a 777 gold lead for DRX, which was a shocker to me. Solo kills per game. Owner had 2 in 5 games. Peanut also had 2 in 5 games. Mid lane closer of Bro. Great week out of him. Bro ends up upsetting Gen G 2-0. And, just had a good week in general. Closer was followed by Showmaker and Chovy. Vikla was last. Closer at a 3.3 KDA. Showmaker 7.4 for D+. Closer 70 KP. Pungyan for DN Freaks 88%. Partially, I do think Pungyan had a chance to be third best mid laner if I was able to get the shares right, but I couldn't with the split between Bulldog and Pungyan this past week. But a very good debut out of the young rookie. Damage divided by CS per minute first. Closer 8.7, UCal of DRX 9.4. ROI 1.89. Pungyan had a 2.09, which is 2.09 damage per gold, which is crazy good, very aggressive in his debut. Closer had a 9% share differential, which means, for example, he may have dealt 33% of the team's damage when only getting 24% of the gold. That frees up maybe Morgan or frees up Hambach or someone else on the roster to try and build more facilitator and, create a full composition. 3.04 vision score per ward placed. UCal had a 3.56. Closer had a 108 gold lead. Zeka 261. One solo kill in 4 games. And then Fisher had 2 and 4 for Nongshim. So a solid. Fisher had some outplays. He had two solo kills. Let's just put it that way. It's hard to really say much about Nongshim that's positive right now. Bot lane Viper had a great week despite losing to D plus Kia, followed by Ruler and Smash in his debut. A lot of people shocked when Guma was sat on the sidelines for Smash, but Coma pretty much said what I've been saying all along, that winter split was glorified scrims. You know, a lot of people didn't like that. They said, oh, Fearless, it'll allow us to see champions. It's going to help teams for Worlds, so it matters, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, like a scrim helps a team for that week. They try different things. All you're doing is forcing them to try new champions and new compositions, but getting to see it on stage. So this is like the in-between. And Coma pretty much said, hey, we wanted to try something different. Nothing to do with Guma. We just want to try something different. See what will happen. And in scrims, I could see this. I could see a possibility where, hey, you know, this player or that player is looking really good in challengers. Let's throw them in the lineup for a couple games. Just see what it looks like. And hell, they did it on stage because why the fuck not? So it is something to consider. Duck Dom finished last. He was pretty bad. Viper, 7.4 KDA. Aiming had a 7.6 for D+. 76 KP for Viper. Ruler, 83%. 10.2 CS per minute was the best. So Viper, that's the only category he actually led in. 1.7 damage divided by gold. Jiwoo, very, very strong in terms of the damage department for Nongshim with 2.08 damage divided by gold. And then also a positive 9.3 share differential, which led the way. Viper only had a 6.9. 3.32 vision score per ward placed. Lazy Feel for DRX, 3.73. Gold difference leader was Smash, 992. Viper, 403. And then Viper had one 2v2 or solo kill in 5 games. Diable had 2 in 6, which was the best. Diable showing some aggression. Also had some very good games. Like I said, FearX looked pretty bad individually, but I think that wouldn't be fair to Diable. I mean, he's actually looking pretty freaking good. Support Keria still was the best, despite having a rookie alongside him. A lot of people didn't like that I've said Keria is the better half of that bot lane duo over the last few years, and I mean, you lose one and look what happens, just the same shit. Great laning, right? So that is a thing. Followed by Duro and Barrel. Lahens struggled. So Keria, 2.6 KDA. Duro had a slightly better KDA, still 2.6, but rounding and things like that, slightly better. KP, Keria, 84, so roughly what? 4 out of every 5 kills. Life, also rounding-wise, 84%. Keria, almost 1 damage per gold, which is pretty strong for a support. Kellen had the most at 1.09, just showing how aggressive that FearX bot lane duo was. Diable ends up with 2v2 or solo kills for a reason, in part due to how aggressive the duo was together. Keria is still struggling in vision efficiency, 1.78. Andal had a 2.06 for DRX. 483 gold lead for Keria. You combine that with Smash, and what do we have? 1475 on average. Pretty damn good. Despite even looking at their competition that they played against, that's still a very strong result. 1 in 5 solo kills or 2v2 kills. Lahens had 1 in 4 for Nongshim. So the best players from week 2 in the LCK Cup were Keen, Owner, Closer, Viper, Keria, followed by Morgan, Sponge, Showmaker, Ruler, and Duro. Third team, Doodoo, Canyon, Chovy, Smash, Barrel. So looking at this, Genji, T1, pretty strong. Every player for Genji represented. We had 3 players for T1, 2 players for Bro and D+. So, the likely parties here, except Bro. Bro kind of snuck their nose in there. So, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.